So yeah.
Okay, because I like battle rap, and I think that is one of the. I think that's probably one of the. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing when it comes to hip hop and rap, but you find that it was the battles on the street and the clashes on the street that sharpened your eye and to make you witty.
It's a pure form.
Yeah, that's what started hip hop from the Jamaicans, because I was raised by Jamaicans at 12. So I used to pay attention to all the records. My Uncle Mikey had the records.
Okay.
And then when Kool Herc brought it over, that's what the basis of it was. Them niggas going at it at sound clashes.
Okay.
That's the basis of hip hop. Talk about your mama, everything. Just go in on it. That's all it was. And then stories started coming along with the message and things of that nature. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Yeah.
So you say that was where hip hop came from initially, was just sort of the battling between MCs and just sort of like showing how good you are at putting words together, and then all of a sudden it then moved from
show
the
you
battles.
how good it was to talk
Yeah.
straight up and down, and not be affected by what somebody else say. Hold your wits, and then go back at them.
Yeah.
Even if they got you good, just be like, well, I'm coming at you like this now. You're gonna know me when I leave.
As bad as it sounds, I always think that if you, as an MC, can't hold your own in that battlefield, I don't care what you do on the track.
Yeah.
Can you, as an MC, can you battle me? And if you can't think on the spot, and that's where freestyling originally started from. The freestyles we do now is things that are rehearsed.
Pre-written.
But freestyling back in the day was you're just clashing. You don't know what the
freestyle if it's written. It's a written rhyme.
Yeah.
That's not formatted for song. Freestyles off the top of the dome.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that's one thing I've always loved, and I remember when you mentioned, obviously I mentioned the name MC Do Damage, okay, which was obviously, I think that was the first name you went by.
It was Keefy Keef.
Oh, that was the first name, Keefy Keef?
Yeah.
That doesn't suit you, I'm sorry, that's not.
Well, everybody had that abbreviation.
Keefy Keef.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you called that for.
Well, Keith.
Yeah.
Keefy Keef.
Okay.
Everybody had that abbreviation. Then it moved on to MC Do Damage as I got older and I was really in the streets doing damage.
Yeah.
We used to be in a crew called, well, I am an LOD, but then we also was in a crew called the Razorcons, a little crew under the Decepticons from Brooklyn. We used to carry razors.
When you say crazy, as in like you was giving people haircuts and beard trims with the razors?
Exactly.
Okay. I was just wondering what you meant by that. So
Buck 50 would tell you congratulations.
So when you was raised in that, you was actually you was in it growing up, as in you was on the streets, like you was
on crud.
You was on crud. We call it in the UK on crud, as in you was out there. Yeah. And then you obviously had the transition from, so would you go as far as saying music saved you?
It sideswiped me. I would have been in school. I was in school, but my grandmother used to tell us, you're gonna work or go to school in this house. I used to walk to college or drive to college, sell drugs, come back, go to the block, hide from my mother, go home, study, go back to school, and then hip hop came. So I went to the second college because I left New York Tech, went to the second Suffolk. Hip hop came and I stopped going to school and I just started going to the studio and selling a little bit, but I was good at selling and I was good at hip hop. So I didn't go back to college. The only time I went back to college when I went to the penitentiary.
Who was your role models? Who could you look at and say, I want to be like you? Who was a representation of what you could aspire to at that age?
My grandmothers, my grandfather, my uncles.
And what did they do? So what did the men in your life do?
Everybody had a job.
Okay.
Everybody had a job. Nobody in my family did not work. And they always kept me fresh.
So why did you...
Yeah, so exactly what I was going to say. So why did you go down the part of the street hustle?
Because at one point, I lived on the corner. On every corner we moved at was the corner. And my step-pop started selling drugs. So I used to count the money and hold the guns.
Okay.
I was in high school. I was like 9th grade or some. I used to hold the money, count all the money he made, because he used to work at the hospital, Dread, Jamaican Less, but we lived on the corner. So I used to hold the money and hold the guns in my room, in a hole in the wall, and like just keep it for him. And then one day, for some reason, we wanted to go to the movies, because he used to give me the money for the sneakers on my uncles and my pops and them when I went to Roosevelt. My mother and father split before I could remember them in the household. So we wanted to go to the movies one day, me and Cal Vicious, and we had no money. So we went and made some macadamia nuts, cut it up, and then we went to the next block and started selling drugs. It was coming like a mother. Then my step-pops went home one day. And I happened to have some real drugs, because my boys, the older LOD, we used to go give them like $20. They'd give us a chunk. We used to cut it up. The bases just kept coming. So I was like, yo, damn, look, goosebumps. Like, yo, I could get away with this shit.
Yeah.
So it just happened like that. Then I used to go uptown, get cocaine, come back. My step-pop showed me how to cook it up in the stove.
Okay.
Then he showed me how to cook it in the microwave.
And how old are you at this point? Sorry.
Like 17, 18.
Okay.
And then I used to play sports all the time. And my basketball coach, I was just counting money. Then I looked over, and he saw me. Called my mother. I got in trouble. I wasn't allowed to sell it nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's how young I was.
Was your mum aware of this at the time?
No, she used to be like, "Oh, you selling drugs?" I used to be like, "Nope," denying it. But then she used to see me on Carlton Avenue, and she used to be like, "I see you over in the woods. Get off this corner." I used to have to hide, and I put it in the song "Hustle On."
Okay.
All that's real.
Wow. Because at that age, you're holding guns and holding for your step-pops. And I'm assuming, obviously, was your mum aware that your step-pops was involved in that sort of stuff?
Yeah, he would sell right there on the corner or out the yard. It just was, he used to start selling.
And often they say that these things were put in the hood on purpose. Would you say that it was orchestrated, all of this, for the black community? Or would you say that in general, everybody was on drugs?
Well, no, not everybody.
As in all cultures, as in whether you're white, Hispanic, whether you're...
Oh, yeah, they were. But I guess it was a choice to do it. And then if you did it and liked it, you developed a habit for it. But my step-pops don't smoke no drugs or nothing now.
Just selling it, basically.
He's not even selling it no more. He works every day now.
No, but I mean back then, sorry, he was just selling it.
Oh, no, he used to work in the hospital. Then he started selling it, and then he started using it and quit his job. But all through using it, he was making wild bread. It was like leisure.